Shoo! How's it going, folks? Welcome back to another episode. Today we are at the farm and we are doing adventurous things, mainly trapping. It is still trapping season, and well, it's a little bit chilly today. It was a little bit warmer earlier, but we're in the trapping mood. We've been going ham on the trapping. You guys have been loving the trapping vlogs, and they're gonna end here at the end of January. Trapping season's over, so we're trying to get as many traps out as possible. I wish there was snow on the ground because then we could, you know, put snares out and cable restraints and stuff and probably catch a little bit more. But we're gonna go and try to set a few. I have one snare set left, like the rod. We might be able to makeshift one if we can find some wire or something, but we might not be able to. I don't really know, but we're at least gonna set that. Maybe a couple footholds, but I want to set them on the main farm. When John, I think it was me, John, and Ponzo, we were rabbit hunting a few videos back, and we saw a bunch of coyote tracks way down yonder, kind of by the old original FLAIR B&B. And there's a good spot for a snare that I can think of, and we're probably just gonna set a few traps. And then Trap Lord Jake is gonna come back. He's finally not working, and he said that he's gonna help us trap damn beavers. He's got these things called drowning rod sets, which is basically a giant trap and then this really long rod of rebar, and when they get trapped they slide down and they drown. So it's kind of like the actual strat, and we got beaver caster. We've got all the right materials. He said he'll be here in a little bit, but for now we're gonna go venture out and try to get some traps down on the ground, try to get something trap free. You guys, you stay tuned. See if we can find a trail. Let's see if I saw any prints walking this trail. I don't really see much. This would be a good pinch point though. Right here. We've got one snare that we can use. We just gotta use it carefully, but this wouldn't, I just don't see many tracks. I see like maybe one deer, but I was hoping we could find some coyote trails through here. See, this is mainly Ricky, but make sure you look close. That's a good trail. We could throw a, well, instead of throwing a snare, we could put a foot trap there. I'd like to find a place to hide it in the water a little bit more though. It looks pretty good to me. I think we're gonna go ahead and set a coyote slash bobcat foothold right here. Man, looks pretty even, but there's a nice, I'll show you, there's a nice pile right here. This is just junk, debris, stuff from the flood, stuff that Kyle's thrown out. But we see rabbits here all the time. So this would be kind of a good spot to where coyote might be running around, might sniff something, come right in here. And this is gonna be a natural little block right here. And then on this side, so what we'll do, set the trap down. We're gonna take this grass, make it, you wanna make it look like something was here. You wanna make it look like another coyote was here, digging around, maybe buried something. Just like your dog at home, how your dog buries a bone in the backyard. Coyotes, they don't eat their entire meal all the time. They'll bury it and save it for later. So we're gonna make it look like that's what the coyote did. See if we can attract another coyote to come and try and steal it. This stuff's real wet and muddy, super wet and muddy. Not good for setting traps, but we have some dry dirt with us, so we should be fine. But it'll work good as a step down because this is a piece of wood right here, so they'll feel it, step right on the trap. Bed your trap down like that. Like I said, I'm gonna make it that's kind of a big step. Let's go a little bit less on that. That's better. And pack it in. All right, once you've got your trap bedded down, take your pan cover, place your pan cover about like that, cover it with some dry dirt. Once you've got your dry dirt poured on there, sifted on there, I take this little brush. This is a brush actually for beekeeping. Works pretty good for this. Just flatten that out. Obviously you can tell there's a trap there. I intentionally made it a step down, so we're gonna put the bait up in here, so that way they go from this wood down to there. Just gotta get some a little bit darker colored dirt to blend it in, but I'm gonna go ahead and drill the bait hole, because the bait hole might give us some dirt to work with to cover up the trap a little bit. And this is what we're using today. A little cordless drill action. You don't have to use this. This is just the fancy way of doing it. There's a lot of junk here, which is what I want. I want it to be hard for the coyote. Pretty much the only way the coyote's gonna get to this is by walking right through here. So this works pretty good, but we'll go ahead and try to get a hole drilled right here. Go. Now the hole's drilled, so it'll throw some dirt and mud up here. You want to clear this off, make sure your trap don't go off on your hands. That's where we're going to be sticking our bait. We can take some of this loose stuff, throw it in here, just like this. There you go. That's blended and much better. I mean, you can, like I said, you can still tell it's a trap, but you want it to kind of look like a ledge. And I'll throw some grass and stuff around it too. But we got our hole, so then time for bait. This is 3 Meat Supreme Predator Bait, fox, coyote, raccoon, bobcat. So pretty much you can catch anything with this sucker right here. Never used it before, so shoo! We'll give it a dangle here. Ugh. It smells better than the other one, honestly. The other one was just rank. So the little combo I'm gonna do here, take some sheep's wool. It's got some natural scent to it. It's got visual appeal and some natural, what, did I already say natural scent? Natural scent. Take this, wad up your bait inside your sheep's wool, and shove it down that hole like that. Push it down even further. You want it to be hard for that coyote to figure out what's down there. You want to be down there a little bit. That way they've got to kind of dance around the set. You want them to have to dance around the set a little bit, not just jump right in and figure it out. Because if you figure it out right away, then you might not get much. So we've got some coyote scent, some urine. Splash that around. Coyotes, they mark their territory just like your dog does. So again, I'm imitating a coyote, found some rabbit, bait, whatever it might be, just burying it for later. Last but not least, take some of this stuff. Long distance call lure, and it has a picture of a coyote on there, so we're gonna go with that. And this is just straight lure, so what I'll do is I'll get just a little twig of some kind like this, give it a stirring, dunk it in there, and then I stick this up above the hole, like that. See, actually it's above this. And what it does is it's gonna give off scentage like that into the air. So this is the lure. This is the first thing the coyote will smell. Then it'll get close and it'll see the bait and it'll smell the bait. And I'll even take a little bit more of the sheep's wool here and throw it right there, just to give some visual eye appeal here. That way when it shows up, it knows exactly where it needs to go to figure out what it is, what's down in that hole, which is right where our trap is sitting. So then lastly, move all your tools and brush it back up. Block it all in, just like this. Kind of pinch them off, make them step exactly where you want. Just like that. Now, if they want to investigate that bait, stepping right on the trap, take your gloves off, set the next one. So we got one down. We're gonna keep adventuring around here and see how many we can get out and maybe put a snare out and then hopefully set some beaver traps later. You stay tuned. Phew! All right, well, we're at the next spot here. This, I'm not really sure what to expect other than we do have some raccoons and a dead frog ripped to my guy. Do you think this is a trail? Maybe this isn't a travel way.
Oh, there's a pretty decent trail right here.
Oh, there is a trail. Okay, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I saw this, but the water's gone down so much. This is where they slid in. I don't know if they're using it anymore, but you're right. It's a good trail. Just make sure there's deer. Make sure there's no coyotes or catties. That's a good trail, though.
If you put it right here, they have to.
That's what I'm thinking right here. Let's just do a blind set and see what happens.
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, there's nothing really. I mean, you're not risking anything. Just throw a trap down. I say we're just gonna throw a blind set down for whatever, basically whatever steps on it. My traps aren't dyed either, so I mean, it's just gonna be a big shiny piece of metal. So it might not get something, or it might. I guess we'll see. It should click. Oh, all right. These are my new traps that I dyed, so we'll see. I've never used these ones. Could make it a little step for it too, so maybe they don't see it. No idea if that's a strat or not, but we're gonna make it a strat. Pretty obvious trap right there, but we'll give it a try. Maybe something will be dumb come walking across it. You think if you blended it in with grass? I don't know how dumb the animals we're going after, but we'll find out. That definitely hides it better. I would say that's not gonna hurt, throwing some grass, just like that. I don't even know it's here. All right, 2 traps down. I mean, we could put the snare here. That's pretty, we could fluff that up. Pretty much anything could walk through here. We did see coyotes when it snowed. We saw coyote tracks throughout here, so I know there's one in this area. What we could do, if we want, we could put a snare there. We could put a foothold in there, because that's perfect, really natural backing, right? Where, I mean, there's no way they could get to it other way than here. And you actually see, right here, there's a trail. Something kind of tucked up in there. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll put a snare here, foothold here, and double down for a coyote. This is, I will say, this is probably my favorite set we've done ever. As far as natural, good location, everything about it. So this is it right here. I need to move this stick. The center of the trap in the pan is right here. That is the sheep's wool, bait, the normal stuff we've been doing. But when I dug out the hole, it threw fresh dirt out, different color. It looks just like something just freshly dug that and threw it in there. Like I said, I threw some fuzz in there. Trap is here, perfect little spot. And then we threw a snare right here. Basically, cable restraint. Just to be clear, this thing doesn't kill them. It just holds them there. That's what's legal in this state. Don't want the DNR on my booty. Cable restraint, not actually a snare, doesn't kill them. But we got it here. So that way if they come from this way, boom, snared. If they come to investigate this way, or if they come this way, boom, that way. Even if they don't like it, if they want to go that way, boom, snare. So I like this one. This is probably one of my favorite ones. I like the look of it. It looks like a dog freshly dug something up. You can't tell there's a trap there. Everything about it looks freaking minty. On to the next. Shoo! All right, folks, well, this is the last stop. This is my old house that we burned down. I bought this. You guys are new to the channel. I bought this. Then the flood happened, so we ain't really done nothing with it. And it looks like a bag of wieners, but we burned that house on the flamethrower. Bees are still over there. They're still chilling. And there's a shop over there that we've trapped some raccoons. But I got here, and there's a freaking mattress. It honestly looks like good condition. It ain't mine. Ain't nobody said, hey, Flair, can I throw my mattress on your lawn? No. No one asked me. I don't know what the strat is, but it definitely has AIDS, but there's definitely rat poop, or not rat poop, mouse poop. And we thought it'd be kind of funny. What if we put a coyote foothold like here, under there, put the foothold here, put the bait under there. I mean, a mouse would definitely use that as cover. Coyote come walking through, sniffs that, boom, night night for the coyote. This is gonna be the bed set. I'm not gonna show you guys, because I'm not gonna like time lapse it. I'll show you guys the finished product. I know you guys aren't super interested in all of it. I mean, I know you guys like seeing the trapping, but like I've gone through it before, so I'll just see you guys when we're done. Look at that, folks. Last set of the day on that bed. That wet stuff is in fact coyote urine. And then we've got a little stick here with some lure, and then the bait in there, sheep's wool up under. I feel like it's pretty legit. And then the trap's right here, as you guys can kind of see. I feel like it's pretty legit. I mean, if I was a mouse, I'd sleep under a bed, probably be warmest, most comfiest. And like I said, I dumped a bunch of pee on there. That will absorb the urine and keep it there for a long time. And I think the set looks good. Obviously, you can tell there's a trap there, but we put this here to prevent them from coming down the side, because it looked like they was trampled down there. So come down, come around, boom, on that bed pattern. But over here looks like a nice little animal path right here to this. This is the old house I burned down. So if you're new to the channel, it's a pretty lit video. This used to be a whole freaking house, and it wasn't in great shape. So I burned the whole thing down. I was planning on wiping it out and rebuilding like a cool hunting lodge, and then the flood happened. Long story short, not building anything here yet, but maybe this spring. But it'll probably flood this spring, so probably not. Anyways, Trap Lord Jake should be here any moment, and we're gonna go set some beaver traps. You stay tuned. Shoo! All right, folks. Well, made it down to the beaver dam. We've got to get suited up here. Got to get the. Am I not supposed to walk around this corner, Junior? No. Or the viewers gonna see something that they've been looking forward to, but we just can't do on this channel? That's for another channel. Okay, that's uploaded on a different website. We're gonna get all suited up, get the waders on, and see if we can do some damage on these beavers. I've about had it. We suck at trapping these things, but we've got Trap Lord Jake with us, so I'm feeling a little bit better about it today. All right, now we need this stuff. Nope, not red fox urine. Beaver caster, right here. This is the secret sauce to catching beavers, hopefully.
MB750.
MB750. So it means you're not messing around.
Keep your hands out.
It means you're not. You ever got your hand stuck in that one?
Not with these.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
But these have night latches on them.
They got what?
Night latches.
Is that when they click?
Yeah. So make sure your bar's covered both.
Okay. We're using you call it drowning rods.
Yep.
What these things are called. So it's like what do you think? A 10 foot, 10, 12 foot piece of rebar, and we'll show you once we're kind of setting them in there. But I finally started I started watching some videos on this, and Jake kept telling me take the drowning rods, and I just was stubborn, and we're gonna see if these will work. But basically they get trapped, and then they work their way kind of down the rebar, and they can go down one way, not the other, like a fishing hook, or pretty much honestly like a snare goes down one way, not back the other, and it forces them to kind of go out in the middle of the water, and then they peacefully drown, and they don't sit there alive and mean and fight Bonzo and stuff. Maybe we'll get lucky and that'll happen, but we'll see. Is that one right here?
So when it gets hit, it'll work down.
You can't go back. Yeah. And just puts them basically out there, down yonder, and takes care of business.
Push it down into where you think you're trapped. You want your trap. So I'm gonna stick mine there. So I'm just gonna build a little shelf. Stick down the mud. You don't want it too much to where we'll take our extra mud. I don't want it, going over.
Yeah.
Make you a nice little bed. So I'm gonna offset my trap. And so when that beaver, he's gonna come up here and he's gonna see what you've done. And so you wanna offset it. So I'm gonna set it just like this. And when he goes to put that right foot up, that's what I want. I want a right front foot catch. So I'm gonna stick the rebar over on this side too. And then you just use it as your guide to guide that beaver in to this side. Take your rebar, stick it down in, make sure your drowner will go down. I'm gonna take that trap and I'm just gonna set it right there on the right side, so you can feel your.
Yeah, you can see the bar still.
And you it's
right there.
Just crowd him in, just like you would anything else.
Basically, when they come in, they're gonna put the pile here, right?
Yep.
Put the pile here, and then It's just the easy way for them to come here instead of walking around this other side. Yep, throwing that mud right up on top like that. And basically what beavers do, it's territorial, right? So they make, for anything, any beavers that are around here, what they do is they make a little pile of mud just like this. And they'll have like some claw marks and stuff on it, and then they put castor, which is like basically a scent gland of some kind. It's really, really potent. You'll know when you smell it. And we've actually extracted it from the beaver we caught earlier and tried to do castor sets. We had a lot of activity, but no luck actually catching them. So that's why we've got Jake out here with the drowning rods, because they're what you're supposed to use, basically. And then you'll take, yes, Slayman's on castor duty. This stuff right here. I've never actually bought castor. I've just always gotten it from a previous beaver, but then we ran out, so. It's gonna look like something like this.
And you just take castor and, oops. Ooh. I like a bunch on there.
Oh yeah.
Just put it right there. I like taking my stick. Right there.
That's it.
Get the scent in the water. Like this. Put it right there, well, about, because when he comes up that shelf, and then we'll take a stick about right here. Yeah. When that beaver feels it on his belly, he'll come over and
plop right down on it.
Plop right down.
Gotcha. All sorts of tactics. One reason why I love trapping, it's like, there's definitely wrong ways to do it. Proven that before. But there's a lot of correct ways of doing it. A lot of different strategies, like Jake was talking about. Originally, you're gonna offset it. Now you can put it in front, and you can put a stick on it, so when they swim up, they feel the stick, they jump over it. There's different ways that you can go about doing it, but hopefully this gives us some success. Just like that. You make it look easy. But we'll see. I'm sure we have better chances now than we ever have, but we've still got 330s out here. They had nothing in it today. We've been trying, but I believe in this a lot, because it's not just getting, having them swim through a hole or coming to fix the dam. It's actual like territorial. It makes them come to the trap. It's not just a coincidence that they come through there. They come to investigate it. There will 100% be beavers there tonight. I just hope we can at least get one or two. We've seen two here, one small one, one big one. But how many, if you were to guess? I mean, I think I've caught 4 out of here since last year. One this spring, one this year, I think 2, I think 4. We'll see what happens here. I just can't believe how high this is getting. I mean, it's getting absolutely ridiculous. When we blew this thing up, it was like the water was down there, basically. But I think the plan, we're gonna try to trap them out of here, and then we gotta go get an excavator and try to dig this sucker out. That'll be fun. Me with heavy machinery is just always a good idea. All right, so last step here, as far as this area, is when we were walking in, Jake pointed out there was coyote tracks. We actually saw them kind of right here, but this is the trail. You guys can see there's a trail that runs right here. So we're gonna set a good old-fashioned snare here, and we're still looking for the first coyote. So I'll put this guy on. Take your earth anchor. There we go. Now it's set. There you go. Little snare right down the path. Put some trees here, nothing for it to get wrapped around in. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Shoo! All right, before we take off from this area, this is where we caught the badger. You guys, if you missed that video, you should probably go watch it. But I'm showing Jake what the badger did, and we're also gonna we're gonna remake it. We hadn't remade the trap set or anything like that. It completely destroyed this whole area. So you can see the trap's still there, still blood from when we dispatched it, but we're gonna reset it here, because I'm sure, I mean, this is gonna bring some attention. I would imagine that something's probably gonna come check this out. What do you think? Would you come check this out if you were in this area? I mean, it was like perfectly flat. And then all of a sudden, like with one claw, because we caught him by the front. So he had one good claw, and he did this. Absolute monsters, dude. We got a snare right there. And then we got a snare, oh, it's up there. But you can see the path where they run from this side to that side, and we put a snare up there, but I guess we'll remake this set. Perfect. And she's reset. We'll see what happens. Shoo! How's it going, folks? It is the next day. Out here grinding on the trapping. I know it's been a long time since we've really caught anything cool. I mean, it's just like, I can't seem to get the coyotes or bobcats figured out. It's been tough. You saw earlier when we set some beaver traps out, we set some coyote traps out. We've basically spent the last week setting traps out, rebaiting traps, resetting traps, setting more traps, and spending about 3 to 4 hours every single morning. Like, we pretty much, Slayman's over there doing Slayman things. He pretty much gets to my house like 8, and we leave, we head down to the farm. We're here like by 8:20ish, and we're usually not done messing with traps until about lunchtime. And that's on a good day. On a day where we're setting traps, we're usually not done until about dark. It's been tough. I really enjoy it, but it's been tough. As you guys seen, we pretty much suck at it. A lot tougher than I thought it'd be. And anyways, it's just the next day. We're gonna go run around and check all the traps. You guys saw we set some out there, but we had to pull them because Riggs is down here at the farm. We don't need him getting caught in those. So what we did was yesterday, but when the camera was off, you guys didn't really see it, we set a bunch more traps out here at the farm, and we got to go check those now. And then we also have, like I said, the beaver traps that we set yesterday and the day before. We've got those out there. We've got a couple snares, and then we've got a couple. We've pulled everything except for one. We've got one snare at Jake's farm, the cattle farmer out there. We've got one more snare out there, but we put all the footholds and then put them all out here. Anyways, none of that probably made any sense whatsoever, but basically we're just gonna go check more traps today. You guys stay tuned. Shoo! All right, made it to the first spot. So like I said, a lot of these were set off camera. Some of them were on camera for other videos. It's basically just got so jumbled up to where you might see a video that I posted 3 days ago of a trap that we're checking today. You got just, I give up. I can't keep track of this anymore. Anyways, we're just checking traps. That's pretty much all my explanation can be. This one right here has absolutely no. Oh, what's that? Uh-oh. That looks like a cat print, bro. Look at that thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty small. I bet that would be a cat. This is our set here. Dirt's right here. Bait's right down in that hole right back there. Something looked like it was here. But what we found when we were making this was there's some fresh poop right here. This was here yesterday, and it looks like there's a bone of some kind. I don't know what it ate. A fish? You guys let me know. What do you think that is? We found that, and that's why we set that there, figuring kind of off this road a little bit, might have a good chance of getting one. So nothing on that one. Another set that we put out was this guy over here. This guy right here, blind set. You can see animal path right there, path right here. It's like a huge intersection right there in the middle. So nothing. Now we're on to the next set. This set I felt really good about, and it looks like we got nothing. Just your normal dirt hole set with some bait and lure, stuff like that, but we got this rock for kind of backing natural stuff. But these footprints out here, a lot of these, about half of them, these ones right here, those are coyote. Some of these are deer, but a lot of them are coyote. You can see like all the tracks. If you just look out, crossing, all this stuff. A lot of these were coyotes, and we're not far from where the fresh poop was, so we figured that would be a good spot too. So we just put these out. Let me know if you guys are trappers, how long on average do you have your trap out before you get something? Usually within the first couple days, or is it like a week, or does it vary? Because I haven't caught anything, so I don't know what the normal, you know, how many nights you're supposed to leave it out or something like that. You guys get what I'm saying, but let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Well, folks, we checked about 5 or 6 more traps. I told myself, all right, I'm done boring you guys. I know you guys want to see the struggle and the grind of trapping, but at the same time, you guys just want to see the cool stuff. So I told myself, all right, if we don't get anything, I'm just not gonna pick up the camera, and I'll just pick up the camera tomorrow or something like that. But we finally got something. This is in a coyote foothold. This is something that we've actually had this thing toyed with once. Yesterday we came back here and all the bait was pulled out, and we caught the little freaking thing. But it is not a coyote. It's not a bobcat. What up, Junior? You tore it up. You tore up the scene, boy. I don't know if this was what originally messed with it, because we've had this set messed with once. It could have been him, but look at it. He's alive. He's just breathing. He's hiding in a hole. He saw us and crawled back in. So it's fine if you don't want to be on camera. You don't need to be on camera. That's all right. But we got something. I mean, better than nothing. And we'll get this guy taken care of here. Go check the rest of the traps. Like I said, I'm not gonna bore you guys anymore. I'm only gonna show you when we get something. So stay tuned. Shoo! You guys are not going to believe it. We got a coyote. We finally trapped a coyote. I'm looking at him right now. We made it out to Jake's cattle farm. Remember what I was saying? We left one trap. There's literally one single trap on this entire farm. We set a whole bunch of them out here. We ended up pulling them all because we didn't get anything. And then I was like, Sam, I see some coyote prints right here. It was right after it snowed. Let's leave this cable restraint here. This will be the only trap that's here. We'll focus on the other farm. And we got one on the farm that literally has one single trap. He's just looking at us right now. We're gonna get a closer look. I've never seen a coyote before in a trap in my entire life. Oh God, he's pissed. Oh, he's pissed. So this is from a cable restraint, not an actual snare, not a foothold. So at any point they could pretty much get out. So Slayman has got, I hope there's one in there. Better make sure, okay, it's on fire, and put it on safe. This guy, yep, okay. If he gets out, you gotta spray, buddy. This is all you. If he attacks us, we gotta shoot him. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, dude. Literally a month straight of trapping with nothing. And we finally got one. Look at this thing. Oh, yeah, we got him around the neck. Yeah, he's pissed. Look at him. He's pissed. See, he just holds him there. It doesn't kill him. It's around his neck. He's look at the catch circle. Look how much he's dug. He dug all that out. He basically ruined this whole thing. We'll have to go sit it down there, but he's pissed. He is a cool looking dog. He's got really light colored eyes. Not that big, but pretty cool looking. All right, he's calmed down. He's just chilling. I'll give you guys a close up here before we dispatch him so you can get a closer look. He's not as wound up anymore. We've calmed him down. Well, there you have it. There's your closer look. We're gonna go ahead and get this guy taken care of and give you even a closer look if we can get the blood wiped off and stuff like that, but stay tuned. Well, folks, we had to go back to the farm. We had to wash this guy off. There's a little bit of blood. Nothing actually too bad. It really wasn't that bad, but I want to give you guys a closer look. I know you guys like seeing close-ups of these animals, especially coyote stuff. That's kind of a predator, something that you guys may have not seen, but it's all cleaned up. And if you don't want to see a dead coyote, then you should probably click out now. Otherwise, here's Buddy. Look at him. He's all, it was a boy. We checked. He's a boy. It's pretty, look at those, dude, look at those teeth. Some chicken, calf killing, lamb killing, baby sheep. What's a baby sheep called? A lamb? Yeah. What's a baby goat called? A kid? I think they're called kids. Kid killing, calf killing, lamb killing, quacky chain killing. S-O-B right there. But pretty good sized dog. I mean, nothing too crazy on the tailgate. It's not giant. I've shot bigger ones before. The one, I think the most recent one I shot, maybe not the most recent. The one I did, I was in the snow, was bigger than this guy, but not bad. I mean, it's good. I would rather probably had a female, just because obviously they're the ones I can reproduce, but I mean, I'll take anything at this point. I just feel good that we finally got one down on the ground. It was a perfect catch right around the neck. Didn't choke him out, didn't do anything, literally just held him there. And we reset it. That's one thing I didn't film because I know you guys have seen a lot of sets, but we didn't put it right back there. We went a little bit further down the levee and set another one out, but essentially the same area. Since there's one, there's probably gonna be more, but just wanna give you guys, like I said, a closer look. Flipped him over on this side so you guys get a better look at him, but shot him on the top of the head. I know you can do lung shots on him. Just for me, it's easier. I know I'm gonna hit him in the head if I shoot him in the head, if you guys are curious about that thing, but there you have it, folks. Finally got one of these mean suckers down. There's so many out there and it was pissing me off so much we weren't able to get them, but I think it's a time game and it's a numbers game. The more traps you can get out and the longer you let them sit, the better you're off, better off you are. I've had to end up moving traps, picking up traps and everything else. I'm just now starting to kind of acquire a good amount of traps. I've probably got maybe 20 now and probably like 10, 15 snares. I ordered a whole bunch more. I ordered like 6 dozen snares, cable restraints, and a bunch more, 24 more footholds. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys are enjoying the coyote trapping videos, let me know in the comment section down below. We're gonna keep doing whether you like them or not. You just might not click on them if you don't like them, but I really enjoy it. Obviously it does good. We caught this one out at the cattle farm, probably 150 yards away from where all the calves are. Now the calves are big enough now that you really shouldn't have to worry about this, but Jake's gonna be calving here. He said in like 3 weeks. So basically in 3 weeks, there's gonna be baby cows on the ground, and this dude might have taken one for a meal if not for us catching it. So we're gonna keep going out there. We're gonna keep setting traps and everything else. But like I said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, let me know in the comment section down below. Feels good, Slayman. We killed it, buddy. We literally killed it, but we finally got one. Finally. And I've been taking you guys on probably 3% of the journey. I mean, we've spent the last month every single day for probably 4 hours a day, setting, remaking, fixing, moving, everything. Feels great. Very satisfying to know we finally got one down, but we're gonna keep at it until the end of this month, which is trapping season. So hopefully you guys are interested in these videos and I'll keep producing them. Hopefully we can get another one down. Thank you guys so much for watching and peace.